Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the homestead. Beautiful morning this morning. Could not ask for better weather. Loving this. Got a beautiful sunrise coming. We got a different Bob Ross painting every morning when we wake up out here in Nebraska. Just gorgeous. So on the agenda today is getting this garden ready to go. We got some colder than normal temperatures coming in Saturday in the mid 30s. So I'm not going to chance it and put my tomatoes out. However, I need to get the garden prepped and ready to go. So I worked a little bit more on it yesterday, and we can show you what we got done. We got the rest of last year's infrastructure taken down. We pulled all the corn tunnels out and the rest of the T-post that we had pulled. The only thing we got left now is we have two runs of drip tape we need to take up, which won't take long. And then we got to take the eastern end of this fence down. Just got to pull the clips off of these cattle panels and take this side off so we can get the tractor in here and bush hog. I've already had the tractor out this morning and I got it ready to go because I took the cover off of the bees this morning. You can see that the hives are exposed now. They no longer need that winter protection, and it worked flawlessly. I've never overwintered bees before. I've never lived in a climate where you had to do that. Normally out in California, you just leave your hives out exposed and they're just fine because the temperatures only get into the low 30s most of the time. But out here in Nebraska, it can get 30 below. And I've seen on YouTube people going to great extremes to overwinter their bees. And we just built that cover box that covered over the top of them, gave them a little air insulation about a couple inches around the hive all the way around. And that seemed to work great. They overwintered fantastic. So we're really pleased. The only thing we need to do with the bees is get all new hive bodies, because those hive bodies are pretty rough. So we're going to treat them to some new housing here pretty soon. Hopefully it won't disrupt them too bad. We'll just put those old frames right back into the new hive bodies, so they'll be business as usual, hopefully. So let's get after this garden. Good morning, girls. Have a nice nap last night? They're feeling pretty feisty this morning, running around. Our rooster cat is starting to crow. Sounds like a broken New Year's Eve party favor. He'll get the hang of it. Before we get started, I wanted to show you our beautiful blanket of blue wildflowers out here. And we got some orange ones coming up right after those. Looks gorgeous from the road. So really pleased with how the wildflowers popped back up. But we still got the buffalo grass in there, of course, with it. So hopefully the buffalo grass doesn't overtake everything and kind of overshadow all of the wildflowers. But this first flush of flowers, just gorgeous, really beautiful. I don't know what these are. They kind of look like a poppy, a blue poppy or something, but really cool. And then we got the yellow ones down in there mixed with it. And there's a lot of other varieties out here, seed, so there may be some other ones come up later in the year. A little bit better shot of our blue wildflowers that are growing out here. Sorry about the wind. Came out to get the mail, thought I'd give you a little better view of those. All right, been busy out here in the garden. We got the drip tape up, we got the fence down on the other end. We got the bush hog in here. We're going to start chopping all the old corn stalks and all the old vegetation from last year. So let's get her going. All right, the bush hog did a pretty good job, scalped it pretty good. That's what we were looking for. We did that because all those corn stalks and everything would get all wound up in the rototiller. So we didn't want that to happen. But that bush hog does a real good job. It's got a real heavy, super heavy blade underneath it. You can get right down to the dirt. It almost looks like we hit it with a rototiller in a couple spots. But we avoided this area over here because these are those store-bought Yukon Gold potatoes that we planted last year that were very sluggish to grow last year. But they overwintered in the frozen ground. And now all of a sudden they want to grow like crazy. So I'm going to get a fork and dig up one end of this and see if we got some little new potatoes we can start using. Well, come to find out, these are not potatoes. I should have known by the leaves and how tall they got. These are actually parsnips that were on the end of the potato row. And I dug a few of them up. They're pretty good size, but they're all soft. So they're not eating quality. So if I had some hogs, we would definitely throw those in. I don't know if the chickens will like these greens or not, and I don't want to do it without Kelly giving the okay for that. So I'm going to go ahead and mow these down, and that way we can rototill the whole garden and not leave this little patch over here. All right, me and Brandy are chilling in the Benzebo. Getting cool, getting rehydrated. Got a little echo in here, I'm sorry about that. But every time I get the brush hog on, I get a little crazy. And I went ahead and brush hogged all the big grass that we brush hogged down around the place. So now I need to take the brush hog off and run down to my neighbor's and get that rototiller. About 10 minutes down there, about 10 minutes back. So we'll be back in a little bit and we'll get that garden rototilled. looks pretty good. The wind's coming up. We're supposed to be getting some crazy wind here today and tomorrow, coming in from the west. This is the area that we bush hogged earlier. There are big old apple trees over there. So we're going to go water the tomatoes in the greenhouse and make some lunch and get cleaned up. I think we're going to call it a day out here in the garden. But Monday we'll probably run over this again one more time, and then we'll subsoil it. We'll show you how that works, and then we'll close up the end down here, and we'll start laying out some mulch and some drip hose and start getting this garden in. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Got quite a bit done. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come on back and see us here at Markelly Farm. We'll put a couple videos up here for you to check out. Love you guys. Bye.